Hi everyone, I am Lady Stars and Fire. My real name is Michelle Espinosa, and this is our weekly rune reading or forecast for December 14th until the 21st, from Monday to Monday. Now, I'm feeling the need that you really do need to be grounded this week, especially empaths. Last week I was stating that my muggle stones, it's kind of like a brownish green and a red, were very hot. And they still are very hot this week. And muggle stones means ground. Plant yourself. I'm still very hot in them this week. But I'm also very, very hot in my white stones, which is howlite. This is spiritual awareness and just awareness in general. It's also healing and calming and energy. So I'm being told right off the bat, before we go into any of the runes, to tell you to ground and calm yourself and be aware with what is going on around you. Not just for you, but spiritually in general, your whole being around you, everything. Then I am also being warned. I might look like I am happy and joyful right now, which I am. But Spirit is putting in me one of my signs for, I wouldn't say necessarily negative energies. We had the new moon last week, which is a great time for starting new situations in our life, new goals, and moving towards them. And you've got the full moon, which is going to be coming up, and they're both very powerful. These two are very, very powerful. But I'm getting that feeling of negative energy. But it's not exactly negative energy. What I'm getting is, you know, that gut feeling where you're like, nah, I don't think so. That just makes you kind of nauseous. I'm getting that. But what I'm getting is, for you as you're going through this week, you might be feeling a little bit of that nauseousness or a little bit of that negativity and that gut feeling of, no, I don't think so. That makes you go just kind of bad. But what I'm feeling, the reason I'm explaining it to you this way is because sometimes we get confused as to that negative feeling or that fearful feeling. And the reason I say is we get them confused. Sometimes it's fear of going for it. Fear of that change. Fear of being successful sometimes at things. So it may, what I'm saying is when you're feeling this week, evaluate that. In truth, I mean, are you feeling negative about a situation? Because there is still negative energies in the air. Those are pretty much bringing up to you, hey, these are the things we need to change. And it's coming into where we're moving towards that full moon. Then I'll be starting to show you everything that you need to change so that you can clear it up into the following new year. This is a very powerful time. But evaluate for yourself. Are you getting the negatives that are showing you how to correct them so that you can start to make positive situations in your life, positive goals in your life? Or are you getting that gut feeling that kind of makes you feel a little bit nauseous and you're like, no, and maybe, just maybe, that isn't actually a negative. That's a fear. Maybe that's, I'm a little afraid that I'm capable of it. And I'm being told right now, make sure you're checking out your body. I mean, do you know your body that well? Are you able to understand what your body is telling you? Because right now it's very important for you to realize if these negatives are negatives or if they are you causing it to be negative because you're not being honest with yourself and realizing it's a fear and you're actually powerful enough to move forward and do what you want to do. But you might be a little scared of it. So you're telling yourself it's that gut feeling of bad. Evaluate that situation right now and really understand what your body is telling you, is what they're telling me. Because as soon as I said this, it's starting to lift off of my stomach. Like I said, they tend to put symbols in me so that my eyes see them, or I deal with feelings in general is how they speak to me. Now, starting the week, like I said, you still want to be very grounded. And for my sensitives who pick up on everybody else, it's very important still that you're grounded, because it's still a very emotional week. And you don't want everybody else's coming in on you. You might be confused. You need to ground, put that stuff in the ground and figure yourself out. Not be picking everybody else up right now. It won't help you. Starting off the week, though, with the runes, I'm starting off with Jebo. Jebo is like screaming at me. It's like, bzzz, you know, and it's very hot. It's also coming in both Howlite and Amazonite. Howlite, again, is spiritual awareness. It is awareness. It is calming as healing. But the Amazonite is truth and honesty, as well as protective. Now, Jebo is all about the gift and the gifting price. It's exchange, and it is fire. It focuses on hospitality and generosity. But it can be confused. It can be, are we being generous? Are we being hospitable? Or are we feeling like a hostage? That would be a lot to do with what they've been telling me. And my stomach right here, that feeling of, it's making me nauseous. I need to let go of some of this negative energy. And some of it might be. Like I said, evaluate what your body is truly telling you this week, because some of it is going to be negativity that you don't want, that you need to see so you can move forward positively. But some of it is also, are you holding yourself a hostage from moving forward? Are you afraid of it because you're misunderstanding the negative gut feeling as a bad thing versus you're actually holding yourself back because you're afraid of it? I know sometimes working with yourself can be hard, but that's how we do it. We've got to learn to understand our bodies. Again, back to Jebo. It is someone who is somehow feeling controlled or kept as a hostage in a situation when it is the negativity. It can reveal, though, someone's special gifts and their magical exchanges. The symbol shows where something must be given back for what has been received, something, or returned for what has been given. It is the sacrifice of generosity and of generosity. Gifting, the gifting price, receiving something unasked for, a gift and its obligations. Again, hospitality or hostage. It is the taken and the given in the situation. It is the shared energy in the situation. It can also be of sexual magic, because it is that taken and given. It is your sacrifice, your agreements, honoring of contracts, receiving generously. It is also receiving divine principle and remembering the gift itself. All by itself is life. Life in general is a gift, and you should never forget that. Because without life, you don't have anything to experience. Plain and simple. So we need to be generous this week. Like I said, it's very bzzz and hot. It's very much saying, understand the generosity. It should be all about goodness and awareness, and be aware of who you're being generous with, and are they also returning it to you. These are important factors that you might need to be collecting in your head with that whole give and take, as well as that negative feeling versus my gut feeling, or are you understanding that gut feeling? Then I am getting Espinosa. Espinosa is coming in truth and honesty. It is God. It is Odin. It is air. It points to communication, growth, education, growth, and through knowledge. It can transform us through inspiration, or it can confuse us by letting other people's thinking dominate us. That would go right back to that. Are you feeling gracious? Are you feeling hospitality? Are you feeling good about all of this and giving and taking, or are you feeling the hostage? This is where the communication of that is coming in. It is your signals. It is your inspiration. It is your enthusiasm. It is the true vision. It is the power of words. Principle of communication and divine breath, as breath is the access of all things. It is your inspiration, your song, poetry, magical incantation, magical power of words themselves. Are you using the correct words this week? Because the correct words may be very important in your communication skills this week. It is the transformation through the Word of God in general. Education, learning, intelligence, intellectual achievements, dexterity with words, speech, verbal communication, exchange of views, and it is the intellectual gift. Now, that is like your overall for the week, because I'm being warned again. I have quite a little bit going on, and I'm trying to make it quick so I don't bore you. We also have La Goose. La Goose is telling us, yes, we're still in our feelings. Like last week, we are still in our feelings, but this week it might be in a little bit of a different way. Or maybe it's more deep inside. But it might also just be in your feelings about work in general. It's, like I said, really evaluate what your body is telling you this week. It is coming in truth and honesty. It is coming in awareness and spiritual awareness. It is protective. It is also coming in quartz, which you can't really see because it's quartz. But quartz rarely comes up, and it's come up 2 weeks in a row for us, which means that's amplified by being in our feelings. La Goose is water, sea, the lake force, the lake, your life force. It is the world of water, rivers, and oceans. It focuses on issues of emotion, creativity, and spirituality. It is the healing power of renewal. It is also of psychic matters, and it can sometimes also show a journey over water may be indicated. Or it is a journey into your deep feelings and into yourself. But you may also notice people, or look for people that are emotional people with creative people, creative powering, good with their creativity, or those who just seem to get their way easily because they're creative with it. Water, life force, emotions. It is our feeling body, which would come for your empaths, for feeling all that additional for everybody, not just yourself. It is the depths of self, the sea voyage, rites of passage through death, and growth, creativity, vital power of spirit, and layers of the existence from the unknown. Release, surrender, and let go. That is all coming in with our hospitality and everything else. I mean, because you're going to be seeing that coming with everybody, but you're also going to be feeling it. So that's why they're saying be very aware, be very intuitive of what your feelings are this week and knowing what your body is telling you. Don't miscommunicate with your own body because it may mess you up. See, like I said, you have a lot of negativity coming in. I've said that the doors was going to be opening by the end of the year. And the goals that we set right now through this new moon as we come into the full moon, these shouldn't be necessarily goals of like small time. These should be starting to become really long-term goals. What are you really looking for? What is important to you? What are you really wanting to change? These are the things that should be starting to really pop and kind of smack you. If you want to move forward, we have to see these things for what they truly are, and these goals should really be coming up right now. It's not a small time situation. These are very large and may take over even the whole year for us to truly work through, is what I'm getting. Now, we are also receiving Awaz. Can you see it? Awaz. This one is coming in Mugglestone, which is your grounding energy. It's also coming for your emotional energy, for your empaths, as well as creativity right now. We are also receiving it in Rhodonite. And Rhodonite is unconditional love, love of others, and love of self, as well as loss of anxiety. Awaz is the horse. It is the twins. It is partnership, partnershiping. It is the animal world. It is movement and change for the better. Points towards teamwork or cooperation, working in harmony, shared endeavors. Union or erotic coupling are of its forces. May indicate the presence of a partner or a spouse or a state of a marriage. Now, please, I always tell everybody, because everybody, let's face it, we all want love, we all want to be happy, and that might be in the cards or the runes for you this week. But I tell everybody, when you're watching the readings, don't just assume, especially when this one comes up, that it's your new love of your life, because it's a partnering. It is a coupling. It may be of a partner or a spouse. It may even lead to marriage, but it may be leading to a marriage situation, such as a work, such as a partnership that you're dealing with. Not always a love situation, but it may be. So I'm just saying, don't hold me to that. It can go either way. Whenever I give the readings, I tell everybody it's for healing. It's not for you to go, well, she said it's going to be this and it's going to be that. It's for you to look at what's happening in your life and then come back and see how they're telling you is best to deal with it. So don't jump the gun. Wait for things to happen and see what Spirit's telling you to help you move forward. Don't try to jump in front of Spirit, because it never works that way. Partnership, cooperation, union. It is the horse and the rider. The give and take, adjustments that need to be made and or of others. So it's meeting others' adjustments as well as them meeting yours. Right back to Jebo, hospitality. Are we working together? Teamwork, joint efforts, teamwork, running in tandem, harmony, active bonding, coupling, erotica, marriage endeavors, involving others. Sorry, marriage endeavors or involving of others. Attraction of opposites and respecting of others' differences. Female side in active balance with the male side. Subject response used positively. Now we are also getting, my cats are playing over there. I'm almost done, I promise. We are also getting Canez. This is what I said. I don't want you to just take it as it's a relationship may be coming, or partnership or marriaging, because it could be that, but it may also be work related. Canez is torch, craft, cunning. It is fire. It is manifesting. It is your character. It is your personality. It points to matters of creativity and of craft, showing us our natural skill through our own efforts. But it can indicate also a balance or need of balance in our cyclings, meaning we need all of our balance. We need our sleep, we need our work, we need our rest, we need our play. If we're not getting all four, then something is going wrong. The same thing with, your food. You're taking care of your diet in general. We need balance. When we're out of balance, these things may not be coming in quite as clearly. It is the rune of skills, but it is also sexual practices and craft and of its techniques. Principle of it's your turn on button. It's your ignition button, your start button, creativity expressed in form, controlling us through our inspiration, our knowledge, and our capabilities. Craft skill, craft guides, craft analyses. And it is the forge of our own human endeavors. It is shaping and reshaping of the present, but it is also transmutation through fire and or heat. Being a fire element, though, that's when it also brings in the sexuality side for sexual energy, sexual creativity, or it may bring in our own children. So things may also be dealing with our children in general, because our children are our love. They are our fire. They are one of our biggest needs of taking care of, and that we love more than anything. So we create for them. So our children may very much be coming up in this. If you don't have children, it may be of your work and your creativity and what you're trying to bring forth, or it might also be of sexual energy. I love you all. I wish you so much wonderfulness for this rest of this year and for the upcoming year. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And if you like the readings, please, could you subscribe? And if you have any other questions about me, want to contact me or anything else, you can always reach me at my website. You can get the animal readings there, personal readings there, or just other information. My website has a lot of things, including my own crafts that I make and my own magical products. You can always check it out at www.ladystarsandfire.com. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.